What's going on, guys? Scotty Sparks here, coach of your London Luxray. So I made this video, had music playing, tried to watch the video, and guess what? Music overtook the audio. Yeah, so I'm good at technology. So I'm going to redo this match. This is why the match wasn't posted Monday. I'll post this today, Tuesday. My bad. Week 1 already screwed up. Here's the team. I already talked about it in my other thing. I'm not going to waste time talking about it. You can pause to look at the stuff if you would like. But here's the team builder. Or oh my gosh, why am I saying team builder? Here's the team. If you look in the team builder, you can you'll see that the thing I'm scared of most is his Crawdaunt. Oh, my cat's right here. Taking over my mouse. So the thing I was worried most about was the Crawdaunt, and don't claw my computer. Okay. Yeah, but for some reason there's no Crawdaunt. So I don't know what he did. Is it wrapped around her? Oh my god. She's eating my mouse. So I don't know what made him not bring Crawdaunt. So going to this match, the only thing really stopping my Excadrill now is Blastoise, Ferrothorn, and Zygarde. And if it's banded, a Mach Punch from Infernape. So going into that, no, I need to know that, like, I know that, like, that's my game plan. Weaken those three to the point where Excadrill sweeps. If it's offensive Zygarde, I do, like, over 60%. So it's not that much of an issue. But Ferrothorn and Blastoise will be defensive, and I need to at least take off half their health. So looking at his team, realistically, my best lead's Mew, just because it takes on so many things. If he leads Ferrothorn or Blastoise, that's chip damage. The only real thing I don't want to lead against with Mew is the Zygarde. But even then, I can keep doing like 30% to it and just make sure it doesn't get behind a sub. If it's +1, I don't think that's an issue, because I got my Lurantis there. But if it's behind a sub, that's an issue. So I'm just gonna. I was debating leading Pidgeot, but if it's Scarf Infernape or if it's like Raikou as a lead, which Raikou is very plausible to be a lead, then I don't really want to worry about that. And also to note, Raikou can only get Aura Sphere if it's shiny, and it has to be like the Rash nature. Not shiny Raikou means that there's no Aura Sphere, which means the only way it takes on Excadrill is with HP Fighting, or HP like Grass, I guess, or Water. Steel resists Grass, but not Water. Which I don't know why it would be HP Water, but so let me just play this and we'll see what the lead is. So right off the bat, we got Mogwai led, and he leads his Mega heraCross, and I didn't really calc this. In my thought process, it was going to be. It turns out it was good. I didn't calc it. My thought process is going to be I was clicking Will-O-Wisp because I didn't want anything to switch in on me, and if this stayed in and went for sub or whatever, I mean, all the power to it. But I think I did the damage calc, and like Pin Missiles is like over 200 anyways. So even if I was burnt, there's a good chance I was pretty much dead. And this is going to be crucial to switch into like Blastoise and Ferrothorn and weaken that. So I knew that my best play here was Psychic. He stays in, I kill it. If he Megas and he stays in, it's a 62% roll, I think, if it's not HP invested. I don't know what the roll is, if it's just a normal heraCross. But if he switches out, which I'm expecting him to do, I can get some chip damage probably on the Ferrothorn and then hit it with a hit it with the Flamethrower. But he does stay in, and I'm guessing he stayed non-Mega Evolved because he wants to get the Moxie boost. But that's just going to drop, and that's really good for me because even though he said that he lost turn 1, after this, I just spoiled the game. But I mean, turn 1, like that's kind of shows how the game's going to go. I had a lot of things I could take on that heraCross, like Excadrill O-code it, Pidgeot outsped and O-code it, Gyarados same, outsped an Adamant one. If it was Jolly with Rock Blast, Gyarados couldn't do anything, and Mew, as you can see, pretty much O-codes it. But now I can get some chip damage, and now that's in range of Excadrill, which is really nice. With how this game's going, it's looking like Excadrill's not going to get that 4-game kill, like the huge sweep. It's going to get like that small sweep. And small sweep sounds weird, but like he's going to get like that 1 or 2 kills. Just because like this is already weakened, and now he's going to go Blastoise, and here I get the crit burn what is that, like a 4% chance and then like a 10% chance, like that's like a 0.4% chance of happening, if I did my math right. uh, which the burn you'll see actually helps him, but the crit doesn't really matter because he's bulky enough, and he's pretty much in range now. Like what is the crit did, like an extra like 5 damage. The burn prevents him from being toxic, so that helps him in the long run. And I'm just gonna get this really low, and he's gonna roar me out. I think he was fearing me to be set up, um, by the toxic and the roar. I don't know why you'd toxic then roar. Toxic, you want to get that timer going, but he gets me into Bloodwing, and realistically, I can just U-turn. Um, and I make a play here, and I don't know if I agree with it looking back on it. I go into Mercs, which was my Lurantis, and the reasoning for that is I didn't want Zygarde to come in on anything. If I went Excadrill, if I went Gigalith, Zygarde was coming in. I couldn't go Pidgeot. If I went Mew, which is plausible, he could have just went Raikou and just T-bolted me, realistically, and that I just die. If I go into Lurantis, it means that he's pretty much 100% going Infernape, which means I can go Gigalith, and we can play around that. Um, Although looking at his team, the fact that he doesn't have Crawdaunt, which means Gyarados could be the switch in here, and Gyarados probably should have been the switch in here. I think I just wanted to save it to for Zygarde or something. I don't really remember. But because this U-turn gives him a free switch into Zygarde, which means I go back into Lurantis, because getting rid of the sand for him is really crucial. So it makes sense that you just go for Thousand Arrows there and not try to set up, especially because he doesn't know if I have Toxic or not. But now that I switched, it's probably apparent that I don't have Toxic, and he probably doesn't have subs then because of that. So I go for the superpower because realistically, after a superpower, I'll be at +1 defense. So if he tries to D-dance, then yeah, he's getting speed, but I'm matching his speed with I'm matching his attack with my defense. So it's just going to come down to who can get the crit, and I'll start doing more damage while he's still doing the same. But now Infernape comes in, and there's no reason not to. He can't U-turn, because if he U-turns, then I'm pretty much set up. So he has to go for the Flare Blitz, which does kill at that range. And Gigalith comes back in, and the reason I didn't like the fact that I went Gigalith over Gyarados is because now the Sand's here. So I can't really sack Gigalith, because if I sack him this turn with Explosion, I lose Sand. And here I don't really agree with this play. I should have just gotten some damage off and checked to see what set this was, because Stealth Rocks in the long end don't really help me, just because I have so many answers to Infernape. And it was mainly for Infernape, but like, because now he gets a free Dragon Dance up, and I didn't get any chip damage off. I don't know what kind of set this is. I don't know if he's bulky. I don't know if he's max speed, max attack. He's gonna go for the Corkscrew Crash, which is a steel move. Right, let me Google that, because I don't actually know the names. Pokemon. Corkscrew Crash is steel, right? Of course, it cuts off though. Yeah, it's steel. So that's interesting. That he has probably a Z Iron Tail. I don't know why he would have Z Iron Tail. It worked. I don't know if there's something on my team that specifically it's good against. Maybe it was for the Slurpuff, because I do have that. But now I can go into this and get the Intimidate off, and I can just get the Ice Fang damage, which is nice. I'm forced into Ice Fang just because I can't let him really do anything. But I'm going to go into Mogwai because at this point it's done its job. Ferrothorn and Blastoise are dead, and it's realistically just a sack now, and he's going to go for the Hidden Power. And note that it's neutral, which means that it's not HP fighting. It could still be HP water, but it's just not HP fighting, which is one of the ones that takes off Excadrill. It does kill it, and at this point I know that it's neutral, so I was thinking that it's probably HP Ice, just because HP Ice is standard, even though some people in this league, they'll run standard stuff. So even though there's nothing really effective on my team that HP Ice works against, they'll still bring it. I know a couple coaches that do that. So realistically, he couldn't really kill me, and I can kind of get some damage off and check it. And this is 61, so now this is definitely within range. I'm gonna go back into Gigalith because once the sand's up, I can pretty much just win with Excadrill. Looking at his team, he goes for the Dragon Dance. which I'm gonna go for the explosion, which I almost changed before the match. I thought it was like, ah, no, it's kind of like cheeky, whatever. But I'm like, you know what? I'll just leave it. I didn't really have another move, and it turns out to work because now it's gonna kill the Zygarde. It's gonna give Zygarde a kill, unfortunately, but I'm gonna go into this. I was debating because I didn't really know what the Infernape was, but at this point I was like, okay, if he goes Raikou, I win here. With if I go Excadrill, and if he goes Infernape, then there's a chance. There's like a 50-50. But realistically, the 50-50 wasn't a factor because I looked back at the damage, and when he hit when he hit Gigalith, you could tell there was no boosting item. Could still be like Expert Belt, because he hit Gigalith with like U-turn and Flare Blitz, but it's no band, and no band means I live at this range. If he has Mach Punch, and I outspeed, so I'm assuming that he was no Mach Punch and he was Scarfed. The only thing was, it was a risk because I really couldn't kill Raikou. Like I lost a if he was Scarfed, if he was banded Mach Punch or Scarf and he had Mach Punch and he was able to crit me or something, then I could have lost to Raikou. But at this range, like I could tell he wasn't a boosting item, so I just kind of took the risk. That's gonna die, and I'm gonna win the match. Realistically, I probably should have went Gyarados there, just because Gyarados would have got the Intimidate off and would have, yeah, Gyarados would have got the Intimidate off and would have guaranteed I could scout for that Mach Punch. But I mean, it worked out, so I'm not too upset. Overall, it was a good game. 3-0 win. Nice start to the season. Like I said, he says he lost turn 1 here, but like I said, I don't think that's a factor. Just because so many things on my team killed heraCross. So if he was planning on the sub, like I had so many things to like break that sub and then later go in and kill. And the only thing I'm disappointed about this match is Pidgeot didn't really get a show off. It clicked U-turn, but like Pidgeot just wrecks so many teams. I just want to start clicking Hurricane against a bunch of people and just watching things die. It was kind of sad it didn't happen this match, but hopefully we have 14 more matches. Hopefully in like at least 3 of them that I can get like some good Hurricane damage. And then I asked him why no Crawdaunt, and sometimes you just gotta make the fancy play with the safe play. So the reason that I don't agree with that play, is that if I go timid 52 speed, I outspeed a jolly heraCross. So I even could be defensive, but like without Impish or Bold, I could just run that speed, like that little speed, and like timid nature with base 100 stats, like that's not a big deal. So realistically, it would have taken me nothing to outspeed and get the Will-O-Wisp off anyways. So yeah, he would have been behind a sub, but like in most league matches, speed creeping is a thing. So he's base 75 or 65, and I think he's 85 and he drops to 75. So I don't know if I would have outsped a normal heraCross, but I would have outsped it would have been easy to outspeed a. That's an issue. Yeah, if I only sped crep a mega heraCross and not a regular heraCross, that could have been an issue. But I mean, all in all, it was a good match. I do place Sean, coach of the Luxray Cutieflies, this week. We actually play today, so I'll be filming all that stuff. Posting this video today, and then hopefully those videos on the weekend. It'll be Thanksgiving though, so might be like midnight, whatever. But whatever. I will see you guys for week 2. Hopefully we can go 2-0. We had like a 8-game win streak last season. I think we won 2/3 of the season and lost 3 of the last 4. So yeah, hopefully we can go 8-0, make it 9-0, break our record from last season. But what can we do? We have really good teams in this league. Like the fact that I went 8-0 last season was just insane. I doubt I'm gonna be able to repeat that, but I mean we can still try. Yeah, I'll see you guys, and hopefully we'll have the same. Actually, that's the thing about luck. Like this game wasn't really a luck-based game. There's no like hacks or anything, which is nice. It's nice to have a game like that. But anyways, I'm gonna see you guys later.